news, and I'm pleased to be joined by Felix Cash. Felix, how are you today, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Very well, thank you. So first of all, I think the agreements were settled for today. Obviously, there's a lot of talk online fighting Matteo Signani for the European title next. Kind of shed some light to me about that fight, Felix. Kind of, how are you feeling about that fight?
I'm sorry for that fight. It's been a long time coming, isn't it? I've been managing now for about, over about 2 years now. So I'm looking forward to getting down to that title. It's been a long time coming, and that's what's next.
Perfect. And obviously, it has been a long time coming. I think we were talking off camera. You were mandatory for about 2 years now. Kind of, why is it the right time now to fight for the European title?
Well, listen, I haven't been really that busy, and it's always going to be the right time to fight for the European title anyway. Unless you've got a world title shot, it's one fight down really. You know what I mean? Unless you've got to fight for a final eliminator for a world title. So I chose to take that fight because I haven't been busy. I've fought twice in the last 2 years, so I'm just trying to keep busy now, get the European title, and then that jackass Williams, he can get it in the summer. Can
I say as well, before we get onto the Emma Williams fight, that was the best time I've ever heard someone use the word jackass in my life. It was hilarious. And also, so as you said, you're going to fight for the European, and then God willing, everything going your way, you fight Emma Williams next. Kind of, what did you make of him coming over here during your fight, and obviously then the altercation afterwards? What was going through your mind at that time?
Listen, obviously he's come around to try to build a fight. Obviously, we both agreed to fight, and I have agreed to fight him, and I will fight him in the summer. God willing, everything goes well. Obviously, for the European, I want to pick up the European. I want the Commonwealth, the British. Win the European. I've got 3 of the major belts. Obviously, there's only one step up. Obviously, a world title. So. It's always been a box, so I want to tick that box to get the European title, and then obviously they brought him over to build a fight, and it will build a fight because we'll have to fight in the summer, and I'll give it to him.
Perfect. And obviously, what have you made of Amo's recent performances? Obviously, he had a lot to say after your fight in Leeds. He's always got a lot to say on social media. Kind of, what do you make of Amo Williams on the whole?
Listen, he's trying to build a fight, and I'm sure he's not that bad of a geezer, but he's in my way, and he can talk to you guys blue in the face. When he gets something on the night, be more game. Don't get me wrong, my last performance was one of the greatest performances by any stretch of the imagination. But I just got the rounds in, and when I get him with him, I'll be biting on the bit and trying to take his head off. But his last couple of performances, I never watched a lot of it. I ain't watched a lot of them, to be honest. I've watched highlights and stuff like that. I watched the highlights of his last fight, went the distance, easily fought, didn't look all that. And it's a different ball game. When we get in there, it'll be a different ball game.
Definitely, and it was a styles make fights, and I think that's a lot of people talking in that fight. Obviously, I know you said you're going to fight him in the summer, but I don't blame you for taking obviously the European title first. Like you said, you want to win that title, and also the traditional route, kind of going British, Commonwealth, European world. It's very important to fight, and obviously it also adds to your accolade as well.
Yeah.
Is the traditional route kind of very important to you going that way?
Yeah, listen, all the great British fighters seem to have gone that route, British, Commonwealth and European. So, listen, I'm a manager, I'd be mad not to take it unless it's a world title shot, or final eliminator for a world title. I think I'd be mad in my position now, not being busy and that fight coming up and mandatory for. Why wouldn't I take the fight? I don't think it'd be mad for me not to be honest.
Definitely, the world champions at your weight division. You've got Golovkin, you've got Janabek as well, a former opponent of yours, Denzel Bentley. Obviously, Denzel's a good fighter. You made relatively easy work of him, and then he goes off, wins the British title, defends it, then fights Janabek as well. Kind of, when you kind of like put it like that, how far off do you think you are a world title shot?
Listen, I could fight for the European and win the European, and like you say, and then a world title shot could come up after that. You just don't know in boxing, you just got to get yourself in the right positions, get yourself highly ranked in the governing bodies, and just make sure you're ready when your opportunity comes up. Because world champions, they need to stay busy yourself unless they've got a mandatory or a unification fight, and they've got them coming up to bring it. They need to find someone. They need to stay busy. So as long as you're in the top, 3 or 4 in the governing bodies, and you have a chance of getting a shot.
Is 2023 kind of the year where Felix Cash stays busy, stays active?
Yeah, listen, I've stayed in the gym since the last fight again. You know, I only had straight after Christmas, I was straight in the gym. And listen, 2023, I definitely want a world title shot this year. God willing, one fight at a time, obviously. But I've got my eyes set on a world title shot this year.
Of course, and obviously, kind of going back to the start of 2022, I was in the arena for your fight on the Jacobs Ryder undercard as well. And one thing stuck with me, and I think I haven't interviewed you before, but one thing I would like to ask you, I've always wanted to ask you since, is post-fight, you spoke about with Jamie Ward kind of how important Tony Sims' role in your career is. And it was a really powerful moment, and I really liked that interview. Talk to me, how important is Tony Sims and kind of the team as well, and everyone in this gym, how important are they to you?
Listen, they're very important, you know, especially when I went through the hard time I went through with divorce, you know, people dying, family members dying and stuff like that. It was a very hard time for me, very hard time for me, you know. I was messing around, you know, I wasn't in the gym, you know, grew up, put loads of weight on, and I didn't think I was ever going to box again. I didn't think I was ever really going to box again. I've come back to the gym a couple of times, you know, come back for a week, and then the weekend would come, and then I went back in on Monday, you know what I mean? And I was just messing around, and you know, I sat down with Tony, and we said, listen, Tony said, you can do whatever you want to do, Felix, but you know, it's you're wasting talent now. You know, you've worked your whole life to get the position you're in, and you know, don't throw it away and stuff like that. And listen to him. It wasn't just him too. I've got a great family too. You know, I've got my dad and my brothers. And, you know, they were trying to, you know, speak some sense to me, should I say? And you know, they got through to me in the end, and I'm back now.
Of course, and Felix, I for one, I know my brother, I share the channel with, are very, very happy that you're back in the ring as well. And kind of my final, and also, is that Signani fight? I know there's a few dates floating around. I think obviously what Lee Wood's date, I think that might be a bit too soon.
No, I think it's going to be April, end of March, April. You've got the 1st of April, the Joshua show, that's the only one I know. You've got Joe Cordina's show, the 22nd of April, he's fine. The fight back to world title, so it'll be on one of them shows, or it'll be late March. You know, I'm just waiting, I should find out the next week or so. But Signani is definitely next.
Perfect, we're definitely looking forward to that one. And my final question, Felix, and thank you for giving me your time today.
No problem at all.
What does boxing mean to you?
Listen, I've done it since I was a kid, you know. I've been doing it since, you know, I think I walked in the gym about 8 years old with my older brothers, you know, Paddy and Marty. And you know, I've just been boxing ever since, really. You know, I had a year off here or there, you know what I mean? But I've been in the gym, I've been boxing all my life, and I've been doing it so long, it's all I know, really, you know. It's just part of my life, and obviously it's just part of day-to-day life for me, so it means a lot.
Perfect, Felix, thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.